Hey again, everyone. So we got this figure and I reviewed this not too long ago. But when I opened up this Converge number 126, there was like an extra part and I couldn't figure it out. After researching on Gundam's website, it turns out that the enemy to the Barbatos, called the Schwalbe Graze, back here, those figures have parts that can convert this into a different version of the Barbatos. So we're gonna get this out of here for now, because I ordered a second one, and we're gonna convert it with the extra parts that come in these two enemy units. Alright, so we'll do that Barbatos last. So we have number Converge 134 and 135. They're from the same wave, Pound 03, and that wave came out in 2016, right? And then on the back of this, we have the other figures from the wave, and I think I've reviewed a few of those already. Here's some basic info on the thing. Let's open this guy up, and also let me back out and focus on the screen for you. So these robots are from Iron-Blooded Orphans, which sadly I haven't been able to see. Here's basically, there's some robot called the Graze, a prototype, and the Schwalbe is a upgraded version, but maybe slower and bulkier. So this gun looks pretty gross. And then there's two pilots, McGillis Farid, and then Galileo Bowden, and that's what these two colors are. Yeah, so this first one we're opening up is the robot color for McGillis, and the second one is going to be for Galileo. Here's just some images from the same website here. Yeah, so these little white pieces I think will belong to the Barbatos, but we will find out after we build this little figurine. So that little antenna right there, definitely probably want to glue that one in, otherwise it's going to get lost. Yeah, we'll save that thing for later. So it comes with a logical peg stand here. Let's see. So we have a matte finish blue, it looks like. Let's see if the head comes off. Yes, it does. Really tiny feet on this guy. Really small. Some of this, I think these are the smallest feet I've ever seen, actually. And then you notice the middle, the ankle's really high. So this particular stand has a very high peg, a lot higher than usual. So that's good. Alright, we have some dark gray here for contrast, and then we have these thrusters here in the knees, and I guess they're metallic. Pretty weak metallic though, it doesn't look very shiny at all. It looks almost like just a plain gray. It's got like shields or something on the sides of the legs. I wonder if those come off. They're separate pieces. Oh, what do you know? They will come off, but they have a square, hole, so it's kind of silly. You can't rotate them. I don't know why they choose to do that. It would have been cool if you could rotate them a little bit. Alright. Well, you got one thruster in the back here. These things are also thrusters, and at least these do rotate, so it's nice that they had a round peg on these guys. You can see behind this torso is kind of that metallic, and then we have a dark gray for around the neck there. Details behind the arm. Some gold painted here, so a different paint altogether, so that's nice. Yeah, it's cool that you can move these thrusters up and down. Might have to add some jewels to those someday. Okay, let's see about this right arm. The hand is movable. Okay, it's got a black armor piece on the back, and this gray, or this metallic gray, dark metallic thruster here, so decent enough details there. Now this thing is supposed to be some sort of wire claw, fandom says, and it shoots out, and I guess it does damage to other robots. It's painted white. This hand, does it move? Actually, yeah, that hand can come out also, but it's colliding, with this blue back, so you can only get a very few degrees of movement there. It's a fist. Okay, looks good. Ooh, this peg's really tight. Wow. I don't want to twist it because I think I'll shear off the actual peg. So I try to just pull straight on and off. Ooh, boy, I thought I just tore the peg off. This side as well. Okay, so now where's the head? Underneath we have dark gray and a hex, a little of this metallic for a chin, and we just have gold paint for like a visor. Actually, from this view, it looks like a Master Chief from Halo, but the gold transitions up on the top part as well, and then we got this like bisecting wing. Unfortunately, there's a lot of extra paint here. You know, it wasn't painted very cleanly. And so this blue thing must be an antenna, and I'm sure it goes back, like it's swept back. Yeah, there's like an L shape here, so, and I can see it in the hole as well. This, gotta wiggle that in, there we go. Yeah, although it's tight, I would suggest to glue these little antennae, otherwise they might get lost if you pick them up by the head or something. A unique gun for sure. I haven't seen that rifle before. And I see. So yeah, I was a little curious about this side because there's no peg hole for to carry a weapon, but I think it literally just is friction fit. Yeah. So that's an interesting way to go about it. It works, and it makes the hand look less open. Okay, well that's interesting. All right, a really big peg for the neck. And does the head move around? Yeah, it's not going to collide with anything, so that's good. It can actually look behind itself, which is really weird. It looks like a weird dog now, right, with these thrusters. It's like a poodle. But it's meant to be that way. I'm going to put it on the stand because, yeah, these feet are so small. You know, they will stand, but if you move it around and stuff, I just think I always like use the stands if they come with them because I put name tags on them, as you saw earlier. So looking at I'm just looking at the face. Again, with Converge, it's looking downwards. So from the front, well, actually you can see the visor pretty well from the front, but a lot of times you can't see the eyes of these little Gundams because the posture that they have is really strange. Alright, well, we're not going to probably see too much different here other than the color, and actually that weapon is different. So number 135 is Galileo's version, and it's purple basically with some blue. Let's see if the gun... Ooh, it's got some brown spots there. There's a little antenna as well. Alright, so same thing basically. It's the same mold, just a different colorway. Yeah, little wings in the front of the crotch area, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, they got the big stand. So I guess really the only difference mold-wise is this weapon over that's going to end up over here. So it still has the closed fist, but it's got a sky blue, you know, back of a hand. Hold on, this thing isn't pushed in all the way. Okay. At least this visor's painted better. There's no extra paint splotching that. Let's get that antenna in this one. Tight. Okay, you gotta like wiggle it in to spread out the vinyl of the helmet or the head. Okay, well then we have this lance sort of thing which pierces armor, I guess, and I think it's a gun also. Some details inside of it. I'm gonna assume it goes in this position because the trigger finger is pointing out, and that's the deepest part. Doesn't go in very far, as you can see, the back of the hand, but it's alright. It's okay. So it's nice that the thing isn't completely identical. Alright, now, so we have these two extra bags, and I believe they will fit onto this Barbatos 126. So let me get this guy open. And this thing is from Pound 02 Wave, and it's from 2016. It's got a little brownness on the gum there. So if you want, you can look up Barbatos in my playlist, and you'll find the other video that goes over all three converged Barbatos versions, the Lupus and the Lupus Rex as well. Alright, so that's very similar to the last Barbatos, so I just put this in. Okay, so we're not going to show that. Possibly might display it with the sword, just to be different from the other one. In fact, let me just put the other one out here. I'm going to leave that one stock. And now let me open these little paggies that came out of these Graze figures. So this Barbatos I noticed in my review, this tail piece, this little back skirt came off, which is odd. That doesn't usually happen on Converge figures. So see, it can come off. So, and I think it's now meant to be replaced by this, but we have to put on some pieces, I think, because there's clearly some peg holes here. And there's the other one. So it came with a Schwalbe, I guess. Oh, you know what? I think you're supposed to take the shields off a Schwalbe and put them on this guy. So I think this thing goes here. Yes. So it could go like that. The arms are going to be different now. See, it has these rectangular, squarish shoulders, and it's got this, knife-looking dual blade thing. So these arms just go away. These arms pop on. This one needs that hand, I guess, from this arm. Hey, boy, where'd you go? So this hand is just a fist. It would have been cool if it could hold another weapon. But then again, with this Wolverine kind of claw thing, maybe it should be a fist. It's a punch. Alright. So what I'm thinking is, unfortunately, this blue is not remotely close. But you could take this shield off this guy. See, because it's a square. And this is a square. And pop this on here. But it looks weird, right? If it's not the same blue, I don't know. I'm never going to display it like that, because now you also have this giant peg hole here, but you can actually, hold on, because this is a square. Although I can't rotate the shield, I can at least move it 90 degrees at a time. So I'm going to try to pop this on like in that forward position, right? You could also go upwards. So you get a little playability out of that. Yeah. Alright, so unfortunately, because it didn't actually come with extra shield pieces, ideally it would have come with some extra pieces with this blue color on it. But without it, this was a waste of plastic. It's twice. So that's too bad. I'm just going to put this back on because it just looks normal. I'm probably going to glue that in place too. Alright, so we're going to lose these shoulders because I have them on the other one. And I guess I'll just have the katana sword on this one. Yeah, so it's got some serious blade action. Put this on the stand. You can see now the differences, right? So the arms, you can just display a different weapon. It's obviously not vastly different because the whole lower torso and the middle and the head are identical. But if you want to customize, I guess you could swap, repaint the thing, and then it will look quite different. Let me get the spin thing out. So the background photo is one of these Schwalbe Grazes fighting one of these Barbatos, and it's with the bluish shoulders, so it's very fitting. And also this mace was a lot straighter in the box I just opened than the original one. Even though I did heat this up in hot water, it still went back to being a little bit crooked, so I'm glad I have a straighter one now. Alright, well, regarding these guys, definitely a different type of Gundam, these Schwalbes. They actually don't even look like they're part of the Gundam franchise so much, because the weird visor thing, it looks like a motorcycle helmet or something like that, or really Master Chief from Halo. So I definitely like the Barbatos figures more. They're very unique, but still have a little bit of a Gundamness to them. Alright guys, well, so do you need to buy both of these to get this? Yes, you do. Is it a major difference and truly necessary? Probably not. I think I still prefer the look of this one over the look of the one with these optional parts. It could have been totally different, of course, if they just added a second set of these shields, but then I guess, the cost of these two would be going over budget, so that's why it didn't happen. Thank you for watching today. I'll see you in the next Converge video.